A lot has happened in our lives lately. Every other day, we wake up to the news of another brother, sister, friend, or just about anyone who has joined the Japa train. Ask why, and the same answer comes back from every single one of them. They are on the search for a better life. Who don't like better things? While we salute the bravery and resilience of all those people who took these big leaps, we cannot help but shed light on those aspects of this migration journey that has cost many lives and cut several destinies short. It is on this note that I welcome you to yet another inspiring episode of Reflections with Cynthia. Joining me in the studio at this moment is an Assistant Controller of Immigrations, Nigeria Immigration Service, Ogun State Command. She is the one and only Mrs. Ada Ogbole Sale. You're welcome to the studio today, ma'am.
It's my pleasure.
We had to do a lot of rescheduling before we finally got you on this seat.
Thank you
How
very
have
much
you
for
been?
the patience.
Oh, thank you very
Thank
much,
you. I
ma'am.
appreciate all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
So
you.
how have you been?
Bless God.
Today we are talking about immigration. I know you are very familiar with the Japa trend. Everybody just wants to move. It takes a lot of bravery to make that decision because, they are moving to a land where they don't have friends, they don't have close families. Thank you so much. They don't have loved ones. You just wake up one day and say, you know what, I think I want something else for my life, and they just make that. Some people sell their properties, So we are talking about them today. From your field of experience, what is the Japa trend like?
Okay. First of all, what we mean by movement is people moving from one place to another in search of greener pastures, in search of good life, in search of better living. Then when this movement turns to be another thing, then it comes to question. Let's take an example. When you go to some villages, you see some minors. We call them minors. Because if a child is not up to 18 years, it is called minor. By the time they go, because of poverty, when they see some other people's children doing well in some parts of the country and they come back for holidays, they'll be thinking by the time their own children get there, they will do even better than those other children. Not knowing that they are more into that Japa syndrome. Because these children they are taken abroad, even if it is somewhere like in neighboring countries like Ghana, Togo, is another country, not your own country. If you might even have some relatives there, but by the time you get to the border time, start calling them, they switch off their phones. Then those people that are taking them out will now lure them to begin to do other things apart from what they promised them to go and do there.
Now, sorry to cut you short. Let's start from how they are being lured out of the country. How do traffickers get their victims? You've already established that not everybody who is going out is actually getting the greener pastures that they go out for. Although the reason for the Japa is for them to get a better life.
Yes.
But most persons, apparently from your explanation, they are deceived out of the country.
Yes.
And then they get there and they realize that the reason why they were told to come is the opposite of it. So let's talk about how, and you mentioned something really significant, minors, which takes me back to recent happenings where the federal government has intervened through, several organizations to repatriate young girls. I nearly cried when I saw pictures of lots of teenagers, 15 to 16.
Yeah.
You are even mentioning 12 years.
12, 13, 14, we have them. So many, some from Gabon.
People want to live better lives, and then there are persons who are positioned at different places on the migration route, willing to make a mess of their lives.
Yes.
Now let's talk about how do these people even get to these young girls and young boys?
They do it, and we call it like coercion. They come to the family, they talk to, because most of them, they go to this grassroots those people that are really poor, from very poor background. By the time they come to those parents and show them some pictures, at times they even come with some pictures of girls that they they just go to the internet and bring and get pictures of people that are living fine. They will show them that these are people that we take to abroad and now they are living fine. Not knowing is just a way of luring them to travel out. Some ladies, maybe with some friends, maybe 2 girls, 3 girls, there are two or three of them that were in Nigeria before. One have traveled, maybe we have issue or whatever, have a relative somewhere that is even taking care of him or her, coming down to Nigeria or sending pictures to them that I'm doing well here, I'm doing this. Those people now, they'll be carried away to say, I want to join them too. By the time they get there, they see the reality on ground. And what they're seeing, or the pictures they saw, is not really what is there in abroad. We have so many cases like that.
Please tell us about those cases. We want to know about your experiences on the field.
I know of one of my neighbors. They did that when I was not told. The guy now, they did his passport for him. They took him to Qatar. Getting to Qatar, I think they seized his passport, wanted to use him to harvest his organs. Yeah, they harvest their organs, kidney, telling them they are going to pay them millions. He took the intervention because he had to run to the Nigerian embassy. That was how his own life was saved. He moved into Nigeria. He came to tell me the story. We have so many cases of young girls, married women, some single ladies, in the search of greener pasture, making life better for themselves. They travel abroad. By the time they get there, the people that took them, we call them traffickers. If it's well coordinated, well planned, they now go there, go with them, seize their passports, and use them for sex slaves. They use them for sex slaves, use them for, at times they promise them job opportunities, like menial jobs, hotel jobs. By the time they get there, they see a different thing. By the time, what I mean by getting there, when they get there, they use them for, I'm sorry to say this, for blue films, to do something, and then I take those films to other countries to show. Some they even make them to sleep with dogs, sleep with animals, while some they harvest their organs. You know of the case that just happened in the UK with one of our political bigwigs in Nigeria, that the guy had his passport in Nigeria at Abuja. From there, they took this guy to the UK, wanted to harvest his organ to be used for a particular ailment for the child of that politician. No need of mentioning names.
Of course.
We have so many cases like that.
Now, this is, I'm short of words.
It's pathetic.
It's truly pathetic because imagine parents of these people or families of these people looking forward to seeing their daughter or their son, say 3 years, 5 years, looking better than they left, and at the end of the day, that they are brought back into the country with nothing, or not
some
even
are
alive.
Some are not even brought back. Some are not. A lot are not brought back, and some that were even brought back, they are brought back half dead. Well, by the time they harvest the organs, maybe the kidney or any part of the body that is so important to the person, by the time they bring that person to Nigeria, the person cannot fit in again because these organs have been tampered with. The person is just living a life of waiting to go.
And then there's this emotional trauma that follows all of that experience.
Yes, I know of a lady from, I think, Ekiti, Ondo State. I think they took her to Saudi Arabia. They took her kidney. After bringing her back, she spent like 2 to 3 months and she died. So many.
Was she sick?
They removed her organ, her kidney. And it was, before they take that organ, they must have tested the two. It is the one that is healthy that they will take. The one that is not healthy, they leave it for the person. So they now leave the person to, just go and die. And to worsen the situation is that money is not even given to the person herself or himself. It's a chain reaction. They give it to the person, the trafficker. Huge amount of money. And the trafficker will now, at the end of the day, give 1 or 2 naira or
give them, settle them with peanuts.
Peanuts. Allow them to come and die.
Now, let's, this is an opportunity to raise awareness. Let's know what the Nigerian Immigration Service, where you work, what are those steps that you are taking to curtail, this migration for people who don't have full knowledge of what they are doing? There should be a lot of awareness. People should know. It is not everyone who tells you come to this country or that country that you should follow. Is there anything you are doing in terms of raising awareness, publicity for people to know what is going on out there?
A lot. We have a unit called anti-SOM. Formerly it was anti-human trafficking and child labor. Okay. But now it is called anti-SOM. It's a child trafficking and smuggling of migrants and child trafficking too. Okay. So what we are doing, we go out, we do a lot of jingles, we go through voice. There's a unit under federal government that we do a lot of jingles with them. We go to radio stations. We last month, I think 2 or 3 months ago, we are at Kuto market, and it's a nationwide sensitization. We sensitize the whole country. We dedicate a whole week for that, to sensitize people on what is called Japa syndrome, why Japa syndrome is not good for people. If you must travel, follow the right channel. If you must travel, you can do it by yourself. Go through the right channel, guys. You follow the procedures of the country you are going to. And have good knowledge of what you are going to do. If you are going for studies, follow the right channel, follow the right process, apply. If you are given admission, fine. If you are not given, you remain in your country. We have so many jobs opportunity in Nigeria that you can work, make your own money, not really going abroad. Doing what? There are so many of them sleeping under the bridge, under bridges, living like destitute in so many countries. Can we say that is the effect of not following the right channels? That is the effect. Okay. Yes, that is the effect. So we do a lot of sensitization, a lot. Every year we set aside a week, that program. We've talked about you mentioned some very salient points about raising awareness for people. If you have to travel, go through the right channel. Yes. Know where you are going and why you are going there, so that you don't fall into the hands of these hungry people who want to do just about anything for people. We've talked about all of this. Tell us about the good sides to it, because I know people. You are aware of people who have gone through the right channels. Someone wants to know, I want to travel. I don't know how to go about it. How can I go about it? What are the success stories of those who went and they are living really well? Okay. First of all, before you go into any travel, you first of all have what we call your international passport. While you come to immigration service, get your international passport. From there, if you are going through, maybe through sports or just normal JAPA, go through the right channel. And in case some people have made a lot of mistakes. I know of a basketball player that went through the coach. Getting to the US, he discovered he was lured to. But thank God he had a good hand job, because first of all, before you even think of traveling abroad, you must have a good handwork. You must have a good handwork in case there's any eventualities, you can switch over to doing something else. Okay. You learn handwork like mechanic, electricals, anything, plumbing, hairdressing, tailoring, eatery, be a very good cook. By the time then you have your passport, valid international passport. By the time you get there, and I know of so many people that went with the intention of doing a particular thing, they ended up, by the grace of God, they got a good Samaritan that assisted them. But because they have a very good handwork, those people were absorbed to the society, and now they are doing well. Some of them come to Nigeria to even come and give testimony to us, and some they will call us. Even some of us that have people abroad that will be able to assist them, we call them, and they now assisted them, and now they are okay. Some even have gotten their own permanent resident permits.
Okay.
But it just takes the grace of God.
Takes the grace of God and the right information
at the right time.
At the right time. Okay. So on the final note now, could you please just give out a word of advice to everyone who is planning to move, to get something better for their lives?
Well, first of all, what I would say is be proactive, listen to your conscience, pray to God for guidance. At the same time, do the right thing. Like what I've said from the beginning, do the right thing. By the time you follow the right channel, you will not regret your movement. But if you see the body language of whatever, any place you want to go to, and you feel, if you walk with your instincts, if you feel this place I'm going to, there's something, is a question mark, please relax. Do whatever to remain in your country, because that country you are going to, even if you have siblings there, I have seen when siblings can even turn their back at some of their siblings. So it's better you pray very well for guidance, for protection, and God should open your eyes to be able to see beyond. Okay. And I wish them the best.
Oh, of course, we surely wish them all the best. Thank you so much, Mrs. Saleh, for coming on the episode tonight.
You're welcome.
That is all we have for you on this week's episode of Reflections with Cynthia. Just like Mrs. Saleh, we wish every single one of you well on your search for a better life. We pray that you go out there, make Nigeria and Africa proud in every single way. And as you are preparing to go, be armed with the right information. Do all your homework, cross all your T's and dot your I's before you take that bold step. Until I come your way again next week, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell a friend to do the same. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye for now.